Everyone remembers Tomb Raider for its great story. I remember playing Tomb Raider a few years ago on Xbox. Recently I've been wanting to play the game again, and since I got it for free a while back on Steam, I had no excuse not to. I must say that I was quite surprised with the game. You play as Lara Croft, a young university student set out on her first adventure. She wants to find the lost kingdom of Yamatai. Now of course, to add some suspense, your boat crashes on a strange island. It has been maybe 5 years since I last played the game, so the story took me by surprise, and I didn't expect myself to like it so much. There were a ton of mysteries I wanted the answers to, and it kept me interested. I think one of my favorite parts of the story is how there aren't many dull moments, as oftentimes there's something going on that keeps you interested. It's not a very long game, going for around 10 hours of gameplay, which is 10 times shorter than it took me to finish Baldur's Gate 3. The game managed to fit a great story and some good characters in that time. Speaking of characters, there are a few characters in the game, and you don't get to spend that much time with them, but there are a few. Laura herself is at the start very frightened, but then she's a hardened survivor. Then there's her legal guardian, Conrad Roth. He had taught Laura a good amount of her practical skills, like rock climbing, navigation and other things. It is clear in their few cutscenes that they both care for each other, and Conrad even sacrifices himself in order to save Laura. There's also Sam. She and Laura are clearly good friends, but there aren't a lot of cutscenes between the two. Much of the interaction Laura has, the characters are through the radio. Sam's main role in the game is that the bad guys want her to use for a ritual. Most of the time you spend with these characters will be through the radio, which for some people may be a bit annoying, and on some level it is, as you don't get to see the character development in the same way, and you can't see their physical reaction to things. The scenes we do get with them in person are some of my favorite, as we get to see the group dynamic these characters have with each other, and we get some nice interactions between Laura and the rest of the group. Another character that I think deserves mention is Alex. You don't really spend that much time with him, and honestly I kinda forgot about him, until you go looking for him while he went to search the ship, and later in order to get away from the ship and all the people shooting at you. Alex decided to sacrifice himself so that you can escape. Even though I didn't spend much time with him, I did feel a sense of loss at his death. With the combat, I honestly don't have any complaints. Guns feel very responsive and have their own unique uses for different situations and enemies. My favorite one by far was the bow. It was very fun and satisfying to use. The bow also has a good amount of utility, like setting things on fire, making ziplines, and pulling heavy objects. The grenade launcher wasn't half bad, I suppose. The enemy variety was pretty good, as there were people with bows, normal guns, dynamite, molotovs, and melee guys. Some would rush you, others would just shoot at you or force you to move positions, and they wouldn't just stand still allowing you to shoot back at them. They would try to go around and flank you. All I could remember about Tomb Raider from when I first played it was that I enjoyed it, but I never thought about just how much. I am someone that really cares about video games having a good story, and Tomb Raider nails it for the most part. While I do like that it's quite a short game, it would have been okay if they added a few more moments with the rest of the characters in order to build a better dynamic between them. It has a short and sweet story that is very engaging. The combat, while not crazy in depth with things like combos, is straightforward and responsive. This is a good example of less is more. This game doesn't have a bunch of gimmicks and half-baked mechanics. Instead, the things it does have, it does right and works well. There are things modern game developers can learn from this game, and if you're looking for a game that has a good story and fun gameplay, then definitely give Tomb Raider a try. If you want to see more of my content, make sure to check out this video next. If you want to catch me live, then be sure to join me when I stream on Saturdays at 10 AM CST. Thanks so much for watching, I'll see you guys next time.